Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gelvin Valley Farming Simulator 15. We're just in the process of hauling our grain to market. Oh, you may recall from the last episode, we were trying to take advantage of the prices that we had kind of on the table. I don't know if the prices can be better or not, but we'll take it. I'm just liking to see all that cash sitting up there. And I'm open to add to it as soon as we're able to make and haul in the hay too, or excuse me, the straw, which I plan to get to as soon as I'm done hauling grain. I think I have just one more load. Oh my goodness, look. Don't pay any attention to those squirrel marks in the road. That's just course play. It's hard to find good help these days. Yeah, so actually, speaking of that, let's just check out the prices. We're taking it up here. Whoa! Wow, that took a real beating. Okay, I'm glad I'm almost done. The hour just changed and this dropped. This was 200 a ton and this was 242. So it is dropping like a rock. So, hmm. Yeah, I guess that's always something to watch for whenever the hour changes, at least in this older version of Farming Sim. But we'll take what we can get. I've been using this old truck, which I kind of like because it's similar to the trucks we had on the farm. There we go. Yeah, even a full load of 5,000. Well, it'll be what it'll be. Yeah, we'll see how Courseplay does this time on the way back. Weaves like a drunken sailor coming through here. Let me just put up the lines. I'm always talking about Courseplay. You know what's really handy when it works? Right now it's tracking perfect. But then once it comes around this corner, it starts waffling all over the road. Here we go. Oh, that time it was a little bit tighter than when I started at a different place. It always needs to come back to those bits, but I can't change the frequency of those bits, make them tighter, more of them, or whatever those are. Anyway, I suppose I should just take over manually and do it. Maybe on the last one I could. You know what? You're done, Courseplay. We'll just go in there and get the last little bit. All with my own keyboard finger steering. Oh, except I can't. Stop! Oh my goodness. I couldn't hold on to the hill. The brakes on this thing. Maybe my keyboard is wearing out from excessive pressing on these arrow keys. I've always wondered about that. Overuse of a particular key. I've broken keys on a keyboard before, but I don't know that I've ever literally worn them out. Alright, last load. Man, it's tight in here, Wes. Here we go. It's actually just past midnight tonight. I thought I would try to record an episode real quick. This particular week at work, oh, come on. Let me get my differential lock on. Will that help me climb the hill a little quicker? Yeah, this week at work, once again, I'm an accountant. It's particularly busy. It's, who knows when this will actually air, but I'm recording it in the middle of October. And being an accountant, there's a lot of public accountant, We help a lot of people with their tax returns and so forth. And I work on a lot of audits for this time of year. It's on what we call benefit plan audits. Anybody who's ever been part of what's called a 401k plan, 403b plan, or some company's defined benefit pension plan. I don't know if any of those terms mean anything to anybody, but if they reach a certain size, meaning they have over 100 participants in them, well, the law says that the plan sponsor has to have it audited. So they'll hire a company like ours to come and look over the plan, see that it's uh, has good internal controls, that we audit the balances or and render an opinion on that. Um, make sure everything's on the uppity up, typical audit, however you want to call it. And that's kind of what we do this time of year. Those are typically due the end of July. I think by law, but you can extend them to October 15th. And it just so happens that personal tax returns for last year, and last year at this point would be 2021, those are due April 15th, but you can extend them 6 months, and those also are due October 15th. And anybody that knows or that lives in America knows of at least the first date, April 15th, when everybody's tax returns are due. Man, all these breaks, they just don't work worth a dilly. I'm gonna have to watch this. Actually, what am I driving for? I could just turn it back. Um, whoops, that probably was not wise to do, to exit the vehicle while on the hill. Um, where is, right here. Is there anything else I need this for? I don't think so. We're going to send her back. That's going to leave me high and dry. Anyways, I was saying April 15th, most everybody knows about, a lot of people know about it, being able to extend it to. And so we're dealing with those extensions, but there is no further extension beyond October 15th. So in many ways, this time of year is, oh, oops, I knocked over those barrels. This time of year is a bit more stressful than it is even at October 15th, because they have to be done. But it's interesting. I mean, I guess I would put myself in this category. There's an old saying that the shoemaker's kids don't have any shoes to wear. And I gotta say, it's kind of that way for an accountant. I do my own tax return, of course, since I know how to do it. I don't have to pay someone to do it. And yet, because I'm so focused on helping our clients, get theirs done, or on these audits, most of us in our office, we extend it, and we do ours. Like, I still haven't done mine. I'll get it done just before October 15th. Frankly, that's probably what I should be working on right now instead of recording an episode here. But what can I say? I put 12 hours on the books today, so it was a long day, and I kind of like coming in here for a little stress relief. Can I drive through you? I can. I love that ability to do that. It's something that keeps juddering my... Oh. And the reason I am driving over here, by the way, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm gonna rent a baler. Oh, shoot! I was gonna haul my baler over here and sell it. Well, maybe I'll do that next time. Oh, well. Yeah, I was going to drag it over here to sell it because I think you get a little more when you turn it in. Passing on the left. I think you get a little more if you bring it up here directly versus selling it out of your yard. Because I basically want to just rent one, then I don't have to worry about damages to it in any particular year. The shop is gracious, so they take care of all that. And oh, actually, was there a modded one I wanted to try? Let me see here. Mm-hmm. Well, no, that's 158,000. How much is the regular one, he asks? 128. Well, you know what? We'll give it a try. I saw this a long time ago. I think my friend Atomic 67 showcased it on there. I think it exists in real life. We're gonna hold on a minute. We gotta see. Before I do that, I want to see how many fields we're gonna have to do. Somewhere in here, it'll have a map. It'll tell me. Okay. Now all these outlying ones I don't need to bale, but these 32, 43, all of these are going to need to be baled. Question is, how long will that take? I don't think it'll take 2 hours, but it probably will take more than one. So why don't I lease it for 2 hours and let the chips fall. Yeah, it's gonna be 1,400 bucks. But I think I'm gonna like this a whole lot better than baling with a round baler, because I can just go, and get the job done, and I don't have to sit there and wait for the bale to come out. You know, the only disadvantage of coming all the way over here is the distance. And, ooh, oh, I can't even drive. Because every time you rent something, you gotta come clear over here to pick it up. That's maybe the only disadvantage. But otherwise, I kind of like the idea of having brand new machinery. And we'll go out and give this a go. And this I'll probably do, yeah, I'll do it all manually. Actually, with this rake on it, maybe I wouldn't have had to, you know, spend the time raking my fields. My goodness, am I pulling a hill? I guess I am kind of pulling a hill in here. Oh, maybe what it is I have some damage on the tractor, so it isn't going to let me go full speed. I think I'll just keep heading up the hill here and take care of, let's see, what is it, field number 32? Yeah, 32. Then maybe I can sneak down to 43? Yeah, we'll see. This thing's pulling hard though. You know, I hope this doesn't mean it's going to be hard to pull in the field. You know, I'm trying it cold. I haven't tried it before. Not in Farm Sim 15 anyways. At least not that I remember. So anyway, you know what? I'm probably not much different from anyone else that's my vintage. My word, you're having trouble climbing the field or the road here. Maybe I need to rent a tractor too, one that can pull this uphill without sweating. But I'm probably not much different from everyone else that's my age that has a career, works. Let's see, what do I gotta do? Okay, that's... Okay, lower weight. Oh, that's the front. Okay, I want the back here. Turn on baler, fold baler, lift pick up. Well, I'd like to know how to... What do I gotta do? Say open sesame? Well, that's gonna be a bummer if I can't... Aha. Wait a minute. Well, it did it a little bit. If I use my mouse... Itch latches. No, I don't want to do that. Go down, lift, pick up. Oh, come on. Well, this was a fruitless exercise if I can't even get that to go down. Using the right mouse button, and if I go to the side, that's when it's doing that. No, I don't want to. All right, well, when stuff like this happens, I'm going to go out a game real quick, and let's check this thing out. I'm going to open... I don't know if anybody else ever has this trouble, but I'm going to just take a look at this thing's input bindings. What was that called? Nadal? Oops. Okay. Maybe a lot of times you can go to the mod description and it'll tell you what the input bindings are. No, I don't want to download the package. Okay, so, well, that doesn't help one bit. Yeah, sometimes you'll see in here just what it is. Well, that's disappointing. But it's the same as it would be. Let me just try some other keys. O, Y, X. Nope, that's the F active there. Well, they're sticking out in the air. Well, this part's helpful, but that it'll take the stuff in. But it is not helpful. Hitch latches. If I go fore and aft, nope, that doesn't work. Right rake, left. Wait a minute, right rake? Oh. There must be an input binding conflict because, you know, it says latches. So something there, okay, latches. But it also said right rake. Is that back and forth? See, that just doesn't work. Aha. Well, now it did. Okay, that's fore and aft. Left mouse button puts that down. Okay. Aha. Left mouse button to the left turns the right one down. Alright, I'm catching on. Okay. Alright, it appears to be grabbing stuff. Oh. Even a dummy can figure this out eventually. But you know what? I think this is pulling hard. I don't remember it pulling so For some reason, I thought it went faster than this. Unless this is just... I am really having trouble with this baler. I can't even budge the thing. You know, maybe... You know what? I have probably severely misjudged the power requirement for this particular baler. My goodness, learning new things every day. Let me just see here what it requires. 300 horsepower. Well, what do I have? Probably going to tell me, oh my word, I am very underpowered. Well, that explains it. Okay. Well, my apologies to all, but we're going to drop you right there. We're going to take you home because you're incompetent. And, yep, I should have checked that before leasing this. I just assumed that if this tractor would run the round baler, that it would also run the square baler. And that obviously was a very bad assumption. And you know, I kind of like that. That reminds me of the more realistic mod. You know, it used to be, and I think this is something the Giants have improved in successive versions, where the horsepower rating and a lot of the physics associated with pulling a load of a particular size is better matched. I remember some of the earlier versions of farming sims, especially FS09. I mean, you could take that little tractor that you started out with, you could pull the largest implement, you know, where you'd never be able to do that in real life. So I'm kind of glad it stopped me up short here, kind of woke me up. Like I say, it's been a long week so far, busy week, so who knows? I guess I'm just tired. Plus, this thing is a little crippled. I'm looking at my damage down there. I need to get it fixed. Shoot, maybe I should sell this thing too and just run entirely off of, whoa, there's my barrels. Entirely off of rented equipment. Oops. Oh, blimey. I opened that up. That's another input finding conflict I need to fix. I have quick camera as a mod in here, and every time you hit the end button, it's supposed to switch the whole camera around 180 degrees, but it also opens a bank of Hackenstadt, so every time I want to... Anyway, never mind. Alright, so we'll stop him here. We're going to go lease a tractor of at least... Well, that's the one we have. 320. Hup. How much do you got? Yeah, we're just going downhill here. 846 an hour. You know, I'm going to pay for this. That's $2,200. But hey, we'll get to try out some new wheels. There we go. So hopefully with this, we'll have plenty to power our baler. Probably could have, if I wasn't such a cheapskate at the moment, probably could have powered it up with some more. But this will be adequate. And once I get these bales made, I need to figure out, because I think my loan that I had through the Bank of Haggenstad is paid off. So next time, I think the first time I took one out that was entirely too small, although you got to watch the payoff time. The next time I want to take out a big one. Go big or go home. So take out a big one. Maybe I can finally get some more property. And maybe if I'm lucky, I can continue farming it, with a smaller contingent of machinery, at least for a little bit. We'll see. I already like this tractor. It's going faster than the one I have. Now we'll get back to work. And in a previous episode, I don't know if anybody noticed briefly while I had it running, but I installed a bale counter mod. Now what I don't know is, does it maintain all that? That probably goes with the... Oh yeah, okay. Or is that the tractor? Don't know. Anyway, let's go. There we go. Helps to have the right tool to do the job, although even this tractor is going to have fun on these Gelvin Valley hills. Now I wonder when the bale counter is adjusted. Aha, that's how it happens. So something I do need to look into is, I'm kind of curious, and this first harvest, this will tell me how many bales I have, and the counter will be the same. So I understand it, there is a counter that has bales in total, and then there is bales per season or per field. In other words, one that you can reset whenever you wish. And I don't particularly care how many bales are in a particular field. See, this is what's handy about these arms out there, is I can pick up those little bits that appear in the field and don't have to come back and get them. And this is so nice. Being able to just run with this straight, watch the bales plop off on the end, and without having to stop every time I hear the meep, meep. Yeah, and I think even with this baler, you hardly need the field windrow before you come in and bale it. I am curious. The bales that are coming out, look at their color. Now I'm wondering if this modded baler has its own bales. Maybe this will say add bale types, bale straw. Okay, yeah, I think there maybe is a different bale that's in here. So it looks a little strange with that lighter colored straw that's kind of in the windrow. But I guess we could kind of pretend that it was a little while ago that we harvested this field, so the straw is kind of getting bleached, sitting out there in the sun, at least on top. But if you dig in underneath, maybe it isn't so bleached, and it ends up making the bale look the way it looks as it comes out. We can make something up. Now, I know some people who watch this, there's only about 2 of you, maybe 3. Um, I know your form of stress relief, probably some of it's going to be similar to mine, playing a game like this. But maybe there's other things too. So whether it's you or anybody else, what do you do to blow off steam? And I know it isn't going to be farming sim all the time, of course. It isn't that for me either. I know over this weekend and a little bit last week, a little bit this week, been doing some firewood work. Man, how do they always say about that ad? It warms you twice, you cut it, and it requires heat. or gives you heat, and then when you burn it, it gives you heat. But I think it's 3 times. Uh, first when you cut it, second when you stack it, and then third when you actually burn it. That's the fun part. Otherwise, it warms you 2 other times. Here, oh, this is still cleanup, I think, from a storm we had over a year ago. We had a really bad ice storm come through. One that I've heard is once in a lifetime. I know in my lifetime of 48 years, we never had anything like it before it. So I'm hoping it goes a long time before we get one like that again. But it damaged so many trees. I still remember during that storm, you could lay in bed and there was snow on the ground and a lot of heavy ice on the trees, and it just sounded like gunshots going off outside. You could hear it in the dark, just sounded like someone was just firing off rounds, and what it was a sound of limbs and branches and sometimes the entire trunks of trees snapping off under the weight and load of the ice. So it's taken a long time to do a lot of cleanup. My dad has about 50 acres kind of to the uh, south of us. I have just 1 acre, um, but I've helped him somewhat on it. And so, anyway, even though it's over a year later, actually almost 2 years at this point, he still was cleaning up a tree. So he cut the thing down. He asked me if we wanted to make it into wood. We said sure. So I cut it up with a saw, spooled it up, and my son, uh, bless his heart, did all the splitting himself. My father also has a mechanical splitter, but this time, I mean, the wood was fairly straight grained. So, what can I say? It's maybe a guy thing, a man thing. Um, it's just satisfying to split firewood. And I don't know why that is. It just is. All right, let me see if I can get these out of there. Oh, look at those bales poop out. Good, good, good. Okay, now I have to also figure out. All right. Sorry if you can hear the mouse. There we go. Figured it out. I think we got this field. Maybe there's a latch? Is that what I was seeing up here? Hitch. Come on, latch. Oh, that's the hitch. Come on, latch. Well, that may be as close as we can get it. You know what? We've gone half an hour. I'm going to terminate the episode there. Thank you for watching. We're starting to bale now. Hopefully, we'll make a little bit more money and try to turn this Gelvin farm around and make it fully profitable. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.